Welcome to Superwoman, a program of the digital channel F15 from Forbes DACH. My name is Eileen Zumstein, and at Superwoman, we speak to leaders, experts, entrepreneurs, managers, to people who have something to say, people who have a real interest in diversity issues, and with their knowledge and their experience, they show us another perspective on this topic. My today's guest is Francine Gervazio. She is the new appointed CEO at Avrios International. She actually just took over the new role. Avrios International is headquartered in Zurich. It is a B2B SaaS solution for fleet management. They are transforming the way actually companies manage their fleets by actually giving them the power to act and also insights on the true costs of their ownership and also what's their impact on the environment. Avrios has more than 900 clients and is still growing. Welcome, Francine. So you have been with the company actually for a while and now you are CEO. How has it been? What has changed?
Hi, Eileen. So first of all, thank you so much for the invite. It's a pleasure being here today. How has it been, right? So right now it's 1.5 months. It's quite recent. And I must say that actually it feels great. I'm really enjoying the ride. It's very intense, extremely intense, but super dynamic. And I don't know, like I was even joking with some people, but it just happened like so smooth that it feels like I'm ready, you know. And all of this juggling, like from the team, building the vision of the company, managing the board, managing the investors, and also just having so many things to do in such a short span of time. These things really excite me, and yeah, I'm being energized by the situation actually. Yeah.
I think we can all feel the energy that you have, Francine. What circumstances in your life to actually help you to actually personally grow in your career, and also being in such a responsible role, in a position with a lot of responsibility?
So I think I've always tried to be very independent, right? At home, I had the example like of my family. I come from a family of entrepreneurs. So seeing like the family really focus on growing a business definitely has helped. But I always wanted to build my own way. So being independent really helped. But as time passed, I really understood that also having someone to support you is really important. So I must say that especially now in this transition, having a partner at home, my husband that is there and is really like supporting and cheering for me, understanding when I get home late or if I need to cancel a dinner, and really that wants to see me grow. This has been playing a key role, I think, in my growth, especially in these last years.
I have actually a saying that my parents used to say, like every successful person has also a strong person at the back. Francine, you are in the business. You are with Avrios. You have this SaaS solution for fleet management. When we look back, COVID, everyone has actually been affected in some way. How has Avrios been affected? Positively, negatively? Can you explain?
Yeah, sure. So I think I can divide like the COVID journey in a couple of different stages, right? First, when the first wave hit, everybody was really like scared, didn't even know what to do. And funny enough, many of our customers that actually had never worked from home, so we even helped them to do this transition like into the remote work. One of the advantages of our product is as we are in the cloud and we're really helping companies to become more digital, they felt like really grateful. On the other hand, what we did as well is basically we divided our customers among what are the booming industries. So basically the industries where they have to do a lot of work to keep up with the demand. For instance, some delivery companies. and we worked to support them with the workload. And then we had the other companies that were really struggling, and then for those companies we offered some emotional and also some financial support. Eventually we ended up losing a couple of customers, because especially the smaller companies, they just ran out of business. So it became unfortunately something that we had to deal last year. Another trend that we have seen also, as we are dealing with fleets, some companies have shrank their fleets. So for instance, because they had to get rid of some employees, or even because they returned the vehicles that were not being used and were just in a stage of like waiting to see what's going to happen next. Which brings me now to the next phase, which is basically now things are getting back to normal, and we start feeling okay. The auto industry is hitting again. Autos are being more procured, and we see business picking up. So it seems like everything is getting back to normal. With the employees, I think we also saw an opportunity of having a more flexible work. What we realize is having a hybrid solution where you can work from home or from the office is really valuable, and that's what we're going to do also moving forward. We're going to offer this possibility to the employees.
Wow, I think you guys are really ready for the next phase. Francine, your platform supports fleet managers all over the industry. So how diverse are your clients?
Basically, every company that has a fleet with maybe 20 vehicles or more, it's a customer. So we don't have any industry preferences. We have like from services to tourism to industries. Everyone can be an Avrios customer, and everyone that is also willing to get rid of like their Excel file and just have much more control of their fleet and connectivity with the suppliers.
Francine, you mentioned it at the very beginning. You come from a family of entrepreneurs. You yourself are an entrepreneur with fashion. Previously, you co-founded a B2B logistic startup, and then at Easy Taxi, you actually led expansion and growth in South America. What experiences do actually add value to your current role now?
Yeah. So as you just said, right, it's been like a long journey until I got here, right? Easy Taxi, for the ones that don't know, it was a venture from Rocket Internet. So that also like gave me a lot of lessons about how to start new operations, how to land new people and things. But one of the things that I really learned, so I've worked in mostly every continent of the world at this point. Only Africa it's missing, but I'm gonna do it still. What I've learned is basically being flexible and comfortable with change, right? So I'm always trying to change for best, or always try to change to improve something. When I started my business, I was trying to solve a problem, trying to change the status quo. When I was at Easy Taxi, we were transforming mobility for poor countries. So it's all about looking for an impact, looking for a transformation, and being able actually to, of course I'm thinking on the long term, but I'm also really focused on being myself at my best in the moment. Because if I'm my best at the moment, the opportunities, they will always appear, right? I think many times people just say, oh, there are no opportunities. Actually, opportunities are just besides you every single day. It's all about you being able to see them. And I think that all of these experiences that I've been collecting, they are making my vision even more clear to see and find more opportunities and get myself ready to go and embrace them.
I really like that, and I agree. Opportunities are around the corner. Francine, you have always been very, very interested in diversity and inclusion. It has always been a topic very important to you. Now at Avrios, also being a female leader, how actually do you guarantee both diversity and inclusion at the company?
I actually must say that I'm extremely proud to say that Avrios is 46% female. And I mean, we are in an industry that is very male dominant. We're talking about fleet management, and we are a VC backed tech business. So basically, among all of the companies in the portfolio for investors, and also like in the ecosystem, when we see, we are definitely scoring like a really high. Even among managers here in the company, we have 40% females. So this is actually, I'm so proud. But what I must say is like, we've never looked for this, you know? What we always did was looking for people that were able to deliver and that were always trying to be better than possible. And then naturally, that's how it ended up. But another thing is like, we are also like very diverse also in terms of countries. We are 46 employees at the moment, and we have more than 20 different nationalities. And we have like people ranging like from the 20s to the 50s in terms of age. And I really believe that diversity is actually like really key for innovation. Diverse teams, they think very differently, they challenge each other, and I think that this is definitely one of the things that yeah, that really makes Avrios special. But again, it just happened naturally. It's part of our culture. We're not chasing or looking for those numbers. They just happen because it happens. Like that's the way we are. Yeah.
Francine, I think, and I think also the audience would admit that Avrios is really a lucky company, but I would still like to actually continue with this topic.
Yes.
But what do you think? I mean, what makes, you said it's like you never looked into it, you are lucky, but there must be something that attracts also all those different kind of people. Is it the management? Is it the company, like the industry you are in, being very a tech company as well? Is it the company culture? What do you think?
It's I think just a combination of all of these factors, right? Because well, the people that are hiring, we have the different managers. Usually, like the hiring process takes 4 or 5 different interviews with all of different people. It's a long process, so we want to make sure that we're hiring the best people. And of course, because these people are all different, I think that it also kind of like fosters this environment of getting different people and being actually open uh, for that. And of course, that in the tech industry, you get like a lot of people that are just trying different things. We are, for instance, in Switzerland, Germany, and Poland in terms of offices, and we have our engineering team in Berlin. And there, of course, the ecosystem is also really diverse. So we get to attract a lot of different talent. Yeah.
Francine, you are a Brazilian, Italian. You studied in the US. You came to Switzerland. You are now CEO of a Swiss company. What is your biggest challenge?
Well, I think my right now, as I just took over a new role, right? It's getting settled there, learning. There are a lot of things I'm still learning, and probably a lot of unknowns, right? So right now, among the things that I know that will happen, I know what I need to learn, but I'll probably find out many things along the way that I was not even aware of. So that's one challenge, like really try to get more experience and settling the new role. Another thing is probably learn how to focus my energy on the right things. It's crazy how demanded your agenda is once you become a CEO. Everybody is craving for your time, and you know, I'm a very open person, but I have to learn the hard way now how to say no, to really understand and focus my energy on the things that are going to really make the difference for the company, not today, but on the long term. Because in the today, I trust my team, I trust the people that are working with me, and I have to think about the future. So I really need to learn how to focus my energy on the right things. For instance, not skip a meal because I have a meeting, sleep a little bit longer if I didn't manage to sleep in the evening because I had too many things in my mind. And I just have to learn how to grant myself this time, because that's important for me and who I am at this moment.
Francine, I would like to close the conversation with a final question. We, as entrepreneurs, and you as well, I'm sure we learn from failures, and there are failures all the time, but it's what we make out of it. So what was your biggest failure ever, and also your most valuable learning on your way so far?
So I would say I have two, well, the number one is I'm someone that I'm always sometimes a little bit naive with people, because I'm always expecting that people are gonna react the same way as I do. So trusting the wrong people, it was definitely a big mistake that I had in the past, that I had to learn the hard way. But I think this is a lot of about maturity and life experience. So I see myself today as a much more mature Francine than what I was, for instance, 5 years ago. Um, and I've learned also how to read people better, how to protect myself, and sometimes even be a little bit more selfish, thinking about myself first than about the others. And then the second learning that I had is sometimes don't get too caught on things, and it's important to learn how to let them go and just focus on the next move. If you get too attached to things from the past, nothing it will do no good for you. So just really focus on what is important right now and in the future. And of course you get the learning from it, but don't let that eat you inside. And that was a second lesson that I've learned.
Francine, thank you so much for sharing, and I wish you and the team all the best, and I'm keen to hearing more from you and Avrios.
Thank you, Eileen. Thank you. Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Thank you for watching Superwoman with Francine Gervazio, and I hope to see you soon and to welcome you again with the next Superwoman talk. Thank you and goodbye.